Good morning, everyone. Who do we have out here? Where is the Army? Where's Air Force? Where is the Navy? Where are the Marines? And we gotta have some Coast Guard. Where are the Coasties at? Well, good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Kathy Cash. I am a U.S. Army veteran. I'm a certified peer support specialist, and I love my veteran brothers and sisters. Today, on this day of service, we are recognizing and honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. As we heard, he was born on January 15, 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia. He fought for equal rights for African Americans during the Civil Rights Movement during the 1960s here in the United States. Now, he experienced racism throughout his life, and instead of becoming bitter, he decided to do something. He spent his life working on how to make things better for everyone else. So when we look at our calendar, we see a red letter date for the third Monday of every January. And that date is Martin Luther King Day, the day of service, the only holiday recognized by Congress as a day of service. So he devoted his life to serving others. And what he did is essentially the same thing that we see in our veterans. You can take that same description of him. He sacrificed himself to make the world a better place. He dedicated his life, his time, everything about him was to make this world a better place. So on today, we dedicate this space, we dedicate this time, we dedicate this area, we dedicate it to Dr. King, who demonstrated the value and spirit of service via his tireless efforts to give back to the larger humanity, the larger community, giving back to the larger society. Now, you can take this same description of Dr. King and you can apply it to every single veteran here. One who, as the saying goes, wrote a blank check payable to the United States of America up to and including his or her life. The dictionary defines service as an act of helpful activity. It defines serve as to be of use. So these are excellent starting points for a definition of the Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service. So every single veteran who has honorably served knows that they have provided a service to their country. Yes, they were drafted and did it out of obligation, but then there are thousands of others who volunteered to serve in the armed forces. And let's not forget about the women veterans who were not drafted, who volunteered, who stood in that classroom, raised their hand to the same American flag that every single veteran pledged their allegiance to. Service, defined as giving of yourself. Once again, every single veteran has given of themselves to this country, the United States of America. So as veterans, we're not only looking out for ourselves, but we're looking out for others. As we reintegrate into society, as we restore ourselves in our community, as we reignite the passion for America that we had while we served, we are reestablishing that hope in our community. We are reestablishing that hope in each other. And most of all, we are reestablishing that hope in ourselves.
Yeah.
So what does hope look like? What does hope look like? Hope looks like every veteran housed with medical and mental health challenges being addressed on a regular basis. That's what hope looks like. What does hope look like? Hope looks like every veteran that wants to be gainfully employed without the threat of termination due to military service. That's what hope looks like. Hope looks like every veteran experiencing a self-defined where the honor of his or her service to this great country of America is recognized by the very people they fought to maintain freedom and democracy. What does hope look like? I challenge every veteran to look in the mirror. Every veteran, Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, and all the components and entities in between. I challenge each one of you to look in the mirror. What does hope look like? You are the picture of hope. You are the picture of hope. Thank you for your service, and may God bless you, and may God keep you.
All right. All right.